Broadcasting from down on the bayou, it's the Average Marks Pro Wrestling Podcast, a proud member of the Roar Network, powered by thegorillaposition.com. And now your hosts, Michael Leander and Patrick Fry.
And welcome to episode 90 of the Average Marks Pro Wrestling Podcast. We are broadcasting live from the CBD4U.net studios. If you're looking for a great deal on CBD, you got to go check out CBDFORYOU.net. It can help with anxiety. It can help with pain, sleep, all of the above. Right now, they're having a 50% blowout sale. If you don't find anything you like there, you can always put in the code WELCOME35 and get 35% off your first order. Go check it out, CBDFORYOU.net. And don't be like Patrick. We won't let this get back to the sponsors, but you went to a gas station.
I did.
And got hosed.
I wouldn't say I got hosed.
As Jimmy Cornette would say, you got Tony Khan.
Poor old Tony Khan.
Yeah.
I don't think I got hosed because I...
Yeah, you did. I told you the same 300 milligrams that you bought for $40, you get that for $19.99.
I just wanted
plus 50% off or 35% off.
I just wanted to try it just to see, where I stood on the levels of CBD because I'm just not... Marcus Talbert's in the chat. Hey, Marcus, we got the chat working today, bro. So I made sure it was working before we went on here. We got a new little bit of a... I don't even know the word to
We got a new setup. The way we're doing things.
Not necessarily a new setup, but we implemented the intro. We put some music on for the countdown so that some folks, that might come in and wait for us to go live.
We made it sound like a pay-per-view. Get ready to happen.
Yeah, we're trying to be professional about this, or at least a little more professional about this. But Marcus, what's up, man? Glad you could join us here on this Friday night. Not usually Friday night, but I had a prior commitment last night, so we had to move it to tonight. But hey, man, we're aside from the CBD thing,
we up in Chion.
We up in here, and the CBD, I've tried it, and I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out, the dosage to take. I found that I guess it's helped me, chill out a little bit. I think it's helped me sleep a little bit. Although last night I took some before I went to bed last night, and it I don't know. I felt like I didn't have as good of a night's sleep. Maybe it's because there was a lot on my mind, but
quite possibly. Maybe you just didn't take enough.
Maybe I didn't take enough. Maybe I just need to take some more. So that's what we're gonna. That's what I might try and do that tonight. It's Friday night. I don't have to go to work tomorrow, so we're gonna try that. Might want to get that bang out of the refrigerator there because we're getting ready to taste test another bang here. But before we do that, go ahead and tell them where they can find us on social media.
Yeah, you can find us wherever you're at: Facebook, Twitter. Oh, and then once again, screw you, Mark Zuckerberg. This guy, it's been 3 weeks now that our page has been totally throttled. But guess what? We're going to win in the end, Zucky. We're going to win in the end because a lot of groups have let us join the group as the Average Marks. Yeah. So now that we're posting these birthdays again, and a special screw you shout out to Randy Perkins too.
Yeah.
We're starting to get people to like the page again because it's allowing us to invite all these people that like it to our page.
Yeah.
So we're starting to get some forward momentum again, with no thanks to Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, we got over 1,000 likes now on Facebook.
Yeah, we're at 1,041 now.
Oh, all right. Numbers just keep on climbing. So thanks to everybody for liking us on Facebook. Again, Twitter. Go follow us on Twitter, YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, the 3 platforms we broadcast our live streams on, and then also Apple Podcasts where you can get the if you don't catch the live stream, you can catch us the recorded episode on Apple Podcast. Go find us on streamlabs.com, Average Marks. Donate to help out the cause a little bit. Also on Patreon as well. Shout out to a couple of our patrons, Cruz and Josh. So we appreciate you guys supporting the cause. But today on the Average Marks, episode number 90, we're 10 away from 100.
Yes.
Still trying to figure out if we're going to do something special for episode 100. But on today's episode, we're going to talk about AEW All Out. That happened this past Saturday. A couple of headlines that came out of that show. Also, NXT Takeover Cardiff. New Japan's Royal Quest. Also, a huge heel turn this past week on Monday Night Raw. We'll talk about that as well. Next week will be our Clash of Champions show, so we'll look a little bit ahead to see what Clash of Champions is shaping up to look like. And then that's pretty much it. I think we're going to spend a lot of time talking about the 3 big shows that happened this past weekend, especially AEW All Out. That's been the talk of the wrestling world for the past week. So all of that is coming up on the Average Marks episode number 90.
Yeah, and you know what? The Bang gods blessed us earlier this week when I came in. If you're friends with us on Facebook, you saw the picture.
Yeah, like I thought, I thought maybe you brought that in and you made it seem like, the Bang gods. I thought you were just kind of, ribbing us a little bit.
I just showed up.
Yeah, I know. That's what you were telling me before we went on here. You showed up to the studios and there was an army of Bang in
a plethora.
or a herd of Bang, not an army. There wasn't that much in there, but it was definitely a few.
It was way more than 0.
And you said there was a coffee one in there. We're definitely gonna have to try that coffee one day.
And see, this is where we might have a Mikey Goes Mental.
Oh yeah,
because I saw that and right off the bat, I was like, "That's it. That's the one we're doing." Because when we first started this whole thing, you were like, I would think I would love a chilled coffee Bang. And I said, okay, but we haven't done it yet. It was in there when I left from work today, and when I come back, all of a sudden it's gone. Like this person had the perfect timing to say the whole week, I don't want this coffee Bang, but when we're going to do our podcast, all of a sudden they want it.
Well, to be fair, the person that did, bring it here.
I think I know who it is. Oh, not. I think I know who took it.
Well, hey.
We might have a convo on Monday.
Okay, all right.
I may have to have John check the cameras.
Oh, we do have cameras in the
and see who walks out with that coffee Bang.
Yeah, you're right. That is true. We do have the cameras now, so we can
because depending on who it is, depends on the level of snappage.
Yeah. You're right. All right, I'm just pulling up all the results here from all the shows this past weekend. Let's go ahead and dive into the first. Oh no, we got to do the Bang. I keep forgetting about the Bang taste test. Like, what's wrong with
Patrick?
Me? It's been a long week. This 4-day week has felt like a 6-day work week.
I don't
want to
hear it.
All right, so today instead of doing the coffee one, we're gonna do the peach mango.
Okay, I'm cool with peach mango. I mean, all right, get ready you got to get close to the mic there. Ooh, there we go. Ooh, that was a pop for you,
bro. That was another splash zone right there.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you that splash zone's getting a little bigger and bigger every week. Are they all clear? I would think that because
here, pour this one right here, Elijah.
I would think the coffee. Yeah, pour it close to that mic there. See what the pour sounds like. Thank you, sir. Oh, that's a sound right there. Kind of makes you stiff.
No. No. Oh, and speaking of that, I think I'm going to reach out to Bang and gimmick infringement on you.
What?
Because they have one called Bangster Berry.
Bangster Berry.
And that sounds like your new nickname.
That sounds like a an adult film star name or something. Bangster Berry.
But yeah, no, it's their gimmick of no artificial colors. Because to make it look like it's peach mango, they'd have to make it orange or something.
Yeah.
And that would be artificial colors.
Mm-hmm.
They're not about that life.
Yeah, I guess not. I mean, it's always every single one. I think the only one that wasn't clear was when we did the one with the sweet tea.
The tea, yeah.
It looked like sweet tea.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if that had real tea in it. That's probably why.
I cannot drink it.
There's a Georgia peach tea in there. I almost did that one. All right, you ready to do this, Patrick?
Yeah, I'm ready to do it. I'm just still looking up the all the results, all the shows that we're getting ready to talk about here. But yeah, I got them all up now, so we can now go ahead and taste test this.
It smells different from the other ones.
Yeah, Marcus Talbert in the chat says that All Out was good. A lot of good things, a lot of bumps, and a few errors, but it was good. I pretty much agree with it wasn't perfect. There's still a lot of things AEW has to work out on, but we're going to talk about here coming up in a minute.
It smells like a sucker.
Yeah, Mikey O's over there just sniffing away at the can. It smells good.
This smells like a peach, and I love peaches.
I tell you what, because last week Elijah and Chloe did not like the smell of that birthday cake, but I thought it was actually pretty good.
The smell was better than the taste.
I don't know. It was about the same for me. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and take a sip of this. I'm gonna go ahead and take a sip of this. What's it called again?
Peach mango.
Peach mango. Here we go.
Bro, this smells amazing.
It does.
What you got right there?
It's an interesting taste. It tastes good at first, like the first initial taste is like, and then it's like, well, I don't know. That kind of, it's like the aftertaste took a little bit of a left turn for me, but this is interesting.
Yeah, I'll try it next.
That's good.
Cheers.
It's not bad, but I would give it. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give it a 4. 4 out of 10. It's got a little bit of a weird aftertaste for me.
You're going 4 out of 10 on that thing?
Yeah, I'm going. The aftertaste kind of just threw because like I said, as soon as it hit my lips, I was like, okay, this is pretty good. And then like 2 seconds later, I was like, I don't know. It kind of
the peach is definitely stronger than the mango.
Of course, I'm not a fan of peaches. I'm not from Georgia, so.
Ruston has amazing peaches.
Yeah, it's true. Ruston does have some peaches too, but I've also never been to Ruston.
It does taste like a peach sucker. I love it. I like it. It's a 6 out of 10.
I'll give it a 4 because
6 out of 10 is weak.
Would you give it?
This is a 7.
You
7.5.
I wouldn't say it.
I'm going to El Presidente on this. It's a 7.5.
I think
Unicorn was better.
I'm honestly still a fan of that birthday cake bash last week.
Terrible.
Well, you're a child, so exactly. I'm a grown man. My opinion matters a little more, but yeah. Plus, your taste buds are going to change every 7 years. So in 2 years, you might like it in 2 years.
Somebody put the EI sign on here for educational.
EI, where at?
Like, see, you don't know anything about that because you don't have any kids. But like
No.
on TV shows in the morning time,
Oh, yeah.
if they're educational, they have E/I.
Oh, okay.
Wait, they put them on.
I always wondered what that stood for. I used to
Yeah.
watch PBS back in the day. I think they had
see?
that.
Yeah.
That was back in the day. Now they got better things to watch on TV,
Yeah, so
like
not
wrestling.
not only do you get wrestling on here, you get some scientific facts.
Yeah. Well, speaking of wrestling, let's go ahead and quit boring these folks with this EI nonsense and start talking about AEW. All Out took place this past Saturday night. I didn't watch it live, but I watched it on Sunday. I was getting my college football fix on Saturday, but Sunday I watched it on BR Live. So. Let's go over the results here real quick. Let me pull up the right show here. So
let's go match by match and discuss the match.
We'll go match by match. The first match was the 21-woman Casino Battle Royale. Nyla Rose won by last eliminating Britt Baker. First of all, I got to say it's a good thing that Britt Baker, glad to see her back. She had that concussion that she suffered a couple of months ago. They weren't sure how long she was going to be out for. I tell you what, they had the men's Casino Battle Royale back at Double or Nothing, and what is he doing over there? Did he hit his knee on something?
I don't know.
He seems like he's in agony over here. Elijah's just goofing off over there. But I remember watching obviously the men's Casino Battle Royale back at Double or Nothing. The women's Battle Royale, I will say it had nothing on the men's because this was just. There was times it was sloppy. There was also times where
really?
It got. I thought it was. I thought it was real sloppy. To be honest,
there was a very gimmicky comment from you.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just calling it like it is. But I thought it was kind of sloppy, and not because it was a women's battle royale, but because it was the women that wrestled in it. Some of it was just because this is what I thought was sloppy about it. Obviously, so I don't even know how long it is, but the first 5 people come out there, and then a number of minutes later, the next 5 comes out, and there was the part where the number 20, they have the number 21 entrant, whoever pulls the Joker. They were counting down, and when they got to 2 or 1 for the countdown of the number 21 entrant, which is equivalent to the number 30 entrant, the Royal Rumble, could be a big surprise, which it was a little bit of a surprise. They panned back to Awesome Kong. I think it was Awesome Kong or somebody getting eliminated while the countdown's going on. Now in WWE, if you watch the Royal Rumble, very rarely will you see somebody getting eliminated while the next entrant's countdown is on, because when the countdown's happening, you want everybody, you want the focus to to go to the entranceway.
Yeah.
All right, who's coming out next? But you got these eliminations happening during these countdowns, and that just kind of and especially as a production.
Well, maybe they didn't want it to seem so choreographed.
I guess in a way, but at the same time, it is. Whether you like it or not, it is. It's choreographed. It's what it is. But and that's the thing, because there was kind of so much happening at one time that it got to the end of the match, and I was like, I don't remember seeing Awesome Kong or Brandy Rhodes getting eliminated. And I thought in the back of my mind, what if they slipped away and hid somewhere? Because that seems like it would be the Brandy and Awesome Kong thing to do. Kind of, slip away and hide until the end of the match and kind of sneak back in and win it possibly. But they ended up getting eliminated. But I think Awesome Kong got eliminated as some entrants were coming out. So
yeah, and she hit the mat pretty hard. The side of the mat.
Big tree fall hard, you know what I'm saying? Of course that woman's gonna fall, hit hard. I mean, there's no way around Awesome Kong.
I was like, holy crap!
I mean, hey, look, there's no way that woman's gonna fall softly at all. So, but yeah, it was just a little bit of sloppiness here and there because, there was. What I just explained, people getting eliminated while the countdown's going on, and it's hard, because you have one camera angle trying to show them get eliminated, and then there was some stuff that the camera angles, didn't even catch at a point because people were coming out. So, and then there was also a spot towards the end of the match. Nyla Rose tried to do this thing. She was on the apron, and two people were running at her. I don't remember what two people it was.
Kick.
And she tried to flip and do this.
And missed them all.
Well, I think she connected with one. And
then they sold it.
Well, one of them sold it 5 miles too early. And it was, so there was just a couple of things I noticed there. I was like, they're just kind of sloppy, and of course, Nyla Rose ended up winning. And now Nyla Rose is going to go up against, whoever the hell,
Riho, and that's another.
Yeah, Riho. So it's Nyla Rose versus Riho, which nobody really knows who Riho is. And before AEW existed, nobody really knew who Nyla Rose was.
Well, you know what? I think Jim Cornette, because we were listening to him today.
Yeah,
I think he has a really good point on this. They're hiring their friends.
Yeah,
nobody is invested in this Riho chick, but because she's Kenny Omega's preferred intergender tag team partner, now she gets a title shot?
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. It's going to be on the AEW and TNT debut October the 2nd, so that's when that championship match will happen. So it'll be on television, but because to me, it's not a pay-per-view match. I mean, Nyla Rose versus Riho or Riho, whatever the hell her name is.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a pay-per-view match, and I didn't even watch, because I watched it back. I skipped through the Riho and Hikura Shida match because one, I don't really know either one, so I'm not emotionally invested in either one of those. But obviously I'm gonna watch the AEW and TNT debut on October the 2nd, which is less than a month away. I'm kind of excited, and of course less than 2 weeks, it's gonna be the NXT debut on USA. But right now we're talking AEW. So Nyla Rose won, eliminating, you had Britt Baker in there.
Yep.
You had Allie in there.
Yep.
You had Tenille Dashwood showed up. She was in there as well. Mercedes Martinez, who ended up being the number
beast.
Yeah, who ended up being the number 21 entrant. So that's 4 names right there, in my opinion, who could have easily won this. And then what's the deal for 4 names that could have easily won this over Nyla Rose? But Nyla Rose is one of those people they want to try and get over. And we'll see how that works out. But what's the deal? They did the same thing with the AEW World Championship. The winner of the men's Casino Battle Royale faces the winner of Omega and Jericho, and so I don't understand that concept.
Yeah,
one half of the inaugural championship comes from the winner of the Battle Royal, and then the other half comes from the winner of a one-on-one match.
Yeah,
and I can understand Omega and Jericho. I understand that two of the biggest names in your company. But Riho and Hikura Shida,
yeah.
What? I don't know. I don't get it.
We were saying that the other day, and I was like, dude, that match should have been Britt Baker and Allie.
Exactly, I agree. Or even Brand. You could have put Brandy in there.
No, Brandy's not ready. She is so bad.
Yeah, you're right, because when she fought Allie, it just that wasn't that good.
So bad.
So Nyla Rose wins it, last eliminating Britt Baker. I would have been cool with Britt Baker winning, or like the 4 names I mentioned. Even Mercedes Martinez, who I don't even know if she's signed full-time.
Bruh, sign her.
Yeah,
I didn't even know who she was, but like you said, she got a big pop.
Yeah, she did get a big pop, so she's and she looked good to me in the Battle Royale. So
I thought she was a dude too at first. When she took off her mask, I was like, another dude.
Oh, come on now.
But I was really upset. They didn't give Jazz anything good.
That's another one too. Jazz, I could have easily seen Jazz, because Jazz is a legend.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a little biased because she's from Louisiana, but come on now, among the wrestling community, people know her and respect her, and she's been around.
And then you had that one moment when it was ODB, Jazz, Nyla Rose, and Awesome Kong all staring at each other in the middle of the ring. Everybody was wanting that, right?
Yeah.
And that could have been epic, but they just let it. It was wasted.
Yeah, but Anyway, well, hopefully Nyla Rose and Riho will have a good, AEW Women's
No, it's
Championship.
gonna suck.
Well, speaking of the Women's Championship, you have some thoughts on that belt. Well, I need to update the that women's belt here,
bruh. Like who is designing this?
I don't know.
Like, has this person ever designed a belt before?
Because you were not a fan of the AEW World Title either.
No, it's ugly.
Well,
I've seen, bruh, I can count. There's 10 indie belts that I've seen that are way better than that. You know who has the most beautiful belts in wrestling right now? Impact Wrestling.
Oh, yeah?
Have you ever seen Impact's belts?
I have.
Absolutely beautiful.
You know who has some good-looking belts, though? The NXT UK has
Yes.
some good-looking belts. We're going to talk a little
Yes.
NXT UK Cardiff coming up here. They have, just the, how can I say this? The carvings in the plates, the front plates and whatnot. It's
somebody who knows what they're doing.
Yeah. Now, this one right here, now, the way it's shaped, somebody said this, and it's so wrong, but I have to say it.
Keep it radio friendly.
I'm trying to find a way to keep it radio friendly, but basically someone said that the way the belt is shaped is so that, because like the belt, like if you're wearing it around the front, like the front plate, it kind of curves out a little bit. And someone was basically saying that so there's room for Nyla Rose's genitals to fit behind the belt there. So I thought that was kind of funny, but yeah,
wiener.
I mean, it could look better to me. Like it looks like an egg. Like the plate looks like an egg.
It could look better to you. It should look better.
I think the front plate needs to be more rounded off.
This guy has unlimited funds.
Brandy designed the women's belt, but I agree. I don't like it either. Marcus Talbot said that.
Oh, dear God. You know what? It doesn't matter who designs it. They're getting some Yahoo to make it, and he puts out ugly trash like this.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, and I hate to keep referencing this guy, just like James Cornette said, it's probably one of their friends who made this belt.
Could be.
Who never made a belt in his life.
It could be. Could very well be, but
yeah, it's ugly, dude.
Yeah, well, let's
hideous.
Yeah, well, let's go ahead and move on.
Terrible.
Let's go ahead and move on.
And how in the world?
Trying to move on here, folks.
No.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because this is still with the Battle Royale.
Eli's over here laughing his butt off, choking on pizza.
How in the world are you going to give a title that you call the AEW Women's Championship? How is your first champion going to be a dude?
Yeah, a lot of folks are kind of, some backlash on that one.
I get you want to be inclusive. I'm okay with that. I still don't like the idea of a dude acting like a lady. I've kind of loosened up on my stance on intergender wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
As long as the guy's not just like being stiff with her and beating the crap out of her, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
If it's like an actual technical match, it's on. But at the same time, don't have her be don't have Nyla be a main player. Because it's not fair. This guy's got dude genes.
Yeah, you're
He's
right.
stronger than every girl.
Naturally born a man.
He's bigger than every girl.
Mm-hmm.
It's not right.
Oh, that's your opinion. I mean, hey, I like the fact that they're giving Nyla Rose,
if I
the
was
opportunity.
If I was a woman on this roster, I would be ticked off.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I would be like, seriously, you sign all us women to have this amazing women's division, but you're going to give the title to a dude?
And to me, Nyla Rose has not been very. To me, the Battle Royale was her or Nyla Rose's most impressive, outing so far. And it wasn't even really Nyla had. I keep saying I'm gonna say she because screw it. She had 10 eliminations in the Battle Royale, which is almost half the field. So, and Britt Baker actually came in second. She had 5 eliminations too. Britt Baker had another good showing as well. But I was hoping Britt Baker, Britt Baker, Dr. Britt Baker, Cole Bebe, DDS would win it there. but it wasn't. It was all for
Let's talk about Teal Piper. Boy, was she garbage.
Yeah, I know that was yeah, she didn't really impress me too much.
No.
But hey, I don't know. I don't have any thoughts on Teal
Bet
Piper.
you she doesn't get booked again.
I don't have any thoughts on Teal Piper, to be honest. So,
what was that one girl we couldn't say her name? Was it Evilise?
let's see. Yeah,
The one with the red hair?
Ivelisse. Yeah,
She was awesome. They need to sign her full time.
Yeah, let's see. These are some of the people who were in there. They had Leva Bates, Priscilla Kelly. Wasn't Priscilla Kelly the one with the tampon spot?
Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
I mean,
thank God she didn't do that here.
Exactly.
Because I would have not been
Like,
too happy. Tennille showed up. That was cool.
Yep.
Sadie Gibbs was another one. Awesome Khan, Brandy Rhodes, Bea Priestley. Of course,
Bea
Teal
Priestley
Piper.
was really good, too.
Yeah, she got eliminated by Britt Baker. So she actually had 3 eliminations in that match. So she was in 3rd place with 3 eliminations. No, I'm sorry, she was tied with Awesome Kong with 3 eliminations. All right, we spent a lot of time on this match. We're a little time constrained, so let's go ahead and move on. The next match in the buy-in, Private Party defeated Angelico and Jack Evans. That was a really good tag match.
Nerds.
Private Party is pretty much like to me they're like similar to the Street Profits, sort of. But both teams are really good. Angelico and Jack Evans do a lot of flippy things, and I think they're.
So do the Private Party.
Yeah, Private Party was really good too. I thought both teams were really good. Private Party, looked great. Angelico and Jack Evans looked really good. Although I picked Angelico and Jack Evans to win, Private Party won. It was a good match. I was thrilled. So
yeah, I thought Private Party's match on the last pay-per-view was a whole lot better. Because I really marked out for them.
Yeah.
And then this time it's just like,
finally we get to the main card, opening match, SoCal Uncensored. They must be like the go-to open-uppers for AEW. Like, anytime they open up an event, here comes SoCal Uncensored, and then, I don't know. And I liked the whole, this is the worst town I've ever been in, but, add a little more to that. They just come out, this is the worst town I've ever been in. All right, let's fight. It's like, let's add a little more substance to that. It's kind of, when you have just that, it's a little plain. Although all 3 guys, tremendous athletes. I mean, they put on a great match. And they defeated Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, and Marco Stunt. I don't know why you didn't have the Jurassic Express go over, because Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus as a team right now, they're over with the crowd.
Yeah, but SCU are the VP's boys.
Oh, of course.
But, I mean, look, SCU has tons of cred, though. And as young wrestlers like Marco Stunt, I don't know how long Luchasaurus has been doing it, but is that dude wonderful or what? That dude impresses every single time. That dude can flip like a cruiserweight.
I don't know if Marcus is talking about the women's title, but he says 5-10, it gets stolen too. You never. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I try and steal it from Nyla Rose if she wins it, because I expect Nyla Rose to win it.
Of course.
Do you honestly think Riho is going to be? I don't know. Unless Omega had something.
Well, she is Kenny's homegirl.
Yeah, unless Kenny has something to say about it, but I fully expect Nyla Rose to be the first women's champ. But back to SoCal Uncensored and Jurassic Express. Yeah, SoCal Uncensored. That's the boys for. Actually, I think Christopher Daniels is like the head of talent relations, I believe.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, he sucking that money out of Tony Khan. Then the second match, I was surprised this match went on as early as it did. Pac and Kenny Omega.
When they came out, I was stunned too. I was
like,
what?
Damn, they're doing this early.
This is a co-main event.
Now, if John Moxley was still in, this would have gone on second to last or third to last, because they had the Bucks got to go on somewhat last, I guess. But I guess, but it was a great match, and I was very surprised at the ending. Pac got him in that. Well, I don't know what's that move he got him in. It was like I don't even know, but basically the ref stopped the match because Kenny passed out,
right?
And I was shocked.
Yep.
Kenny's 0-2. He's 1-2 now in singles matches. Not a very good record for Kenny Omega, but I think what they want to do with Kenny Omega is they're going to, give him some of these losses, and somewhere down the line he's going to finally break out and become Kenny Omega, the best in the world, the cleaner or whatever you want to call him.
Well, I mean,
or Kenny Olivier, as Jim Cornette calls him.
But I mean, if there's anybody on your roster that can survive and get people over, because that's what they're using Kenny for right now, is to get people over.
Yeah. Did a good job getting Pac over there.
Yeah, and the one thing that I was thinking, and this wasn't, I was thinking this before Jim Cornette, it seems like Omega has lost a bunch of steam since going to AEW, because he used to be the biggest thing in the world. Everybody was talking Kenny Omega. Now, not so much.
You're right, and I've heard people on the internet, in the IWC, the internet wrestling community, talk about how Kenny's kind of almost been boring to a sense since he's been in AEW.
Just a normal dude now.
His matches have been good. I mean, I'm not going to deny the guy's in-ring ability and athleticism, but his
there's no buzz anymore.
Yeah, there's really not. Yeah, there really isn't. There was some buzz with him and John Moxley because first of all, we've never seen that before.
Right.
And I was still excited when Pac, took his place because I've never seen Kenny Omega and Pac before either. Marcus Talbert says, I agree with you. A boy and his dinosaur is the best gimmick I could think of. So he agrees about the whole Jungle Boy and
that
Luchasaurus
thing. Dude.
Yeah, he's gonna be something good. He's gonna be world champion at some point, or if they get a mid card title sometime soon, he could definitely be one of the first winners. But
the flip he did over the ropes where they were all at the bottom.
Yeah,
I thought he was gonna kill somebody.
He's a big athletic son of a gun. I tell you what.
I would not want to catch that dude. Wait,
No.
you want him to do what?
I
He's
said
gonna fly over the top rope?
Wait, what?
We gotta catch him?
Yeah. Nah, I'm good.
Nah.
But Pac defeated Kenny Omega, and really it was a surprise to me. I think everybody that filled out a score sheet probably put Omega for that one. So.
Yeah.
And by referee stoppage too.
I really hope they're doing this to transition Pac into a major role in the company.
Yeah, hopefully Pac now is going to be with the company a little bit more because he was with Dragon's Gate. He had their title, and now he doesn't have it. So.
He doesn't have it anymore?
I don't think so.
Good.
No.
Keep him stateside.
Yeah, absolutely. So the next match was the Cracker Barrel Old Country Store match, or it was the hardcore match sponsored by Cracker Barrel. It was Jimmy Havoc and Darby Allin and Joey Janela. I think it was one of them. Havoc came out before he even got in the ring. He started taking weapons out, and that. I tell you what, this was a first for me. Darby Allin brings out that skateboard with thumbtacks underneath it, and then he ollies. He ollies onto the back of Joey Janela. Oh my goodness! I saw that. I was like, I was shocked, and I was even more shocked. Jimmy Havoc got away with a win there.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Havoc, a nice win against Darby Allin and Joey Janela. I expected Darby Allin to win this match. He fought to a draw with Cody Rhodes. I thought that was a great match. I thought Darby Allin looked good here again, but certainly Jimmy Havoc got a win, and I think it was a win that he probably needed because up until this point, he's kind of been flying under the radar in All Elite Wrestling. So Jimmy Havoc definitely got a much needed win.
Yeah, and I love this match because I'm an old ECW throwback.
Yeah.
And that's what it reminds me of. I love a good death match. And the spot where they poured Tax in Havoc's mouth and then duct taped it shut, dude's nuts.
Marcus Talbot, I think, talking about Kenny Omega, says, I agree with you. He books his own matches. He's proof you don't have to He's proof you don't have to win every match to get over. And then he also said, this was my favorite spot of the night. He said, oh, my God, the match was crazy. For the staple gun to the coffin drop, them trying to get him to the chair. They put thumbtacks in Jimmy Havoc's mouth, tried to duct tape him shut, although Joey Janela was having trouble getting that tape over. And then Darby Allin with the coffin drop.
Onto the stairs.
Yeah, he went, grabbed the big, giant Cracker barrel and just coffin dropped. I'm telling you, Havoc must have moved out a week before he jumped because, when he jumped, there was nobody. I think Havoc left the building because I didn't see they didn't show Havoc anywhere. I mean, but that was crazy. I was like, there's no way Havoc's gonna stay there for this. But I give
Darby Allin 2 more years and he's gonna have to retire.
Because he's not a very big guy
crazy.
either. He took some bumps in that match, but that was a very interesting match, very unorthodox, interesting triple threat match there. On to the next match. This was a tag team match. Winners receive a first round bye in the AEW World Tag Team Championship Tournament. The Dark Order defeated the Best Friends in a match that was it was okay. It was all right match. Nothing crazy, nothing special happened. The best part about this match was what happened after the match. Lights go out. Lights come back on, standing in the middle of the ring. Our little dog Pockets, baby. Orange Cassidy is in the ring, and he gets a big pop. And, look, I know a lot of people are questioning why did, All Elite Wrestling sign Orange Cassidy. Like you were saying, they're signing their friends. But, there's something about Orange Cassidy that I like. I don't know what it is. It's a different gimmick. It's funny to me. I think it's funny. I think it's he's not a guy that I could ever take seriously, like in a world title picture. But you got to have a little comedy in wrestling, as far as I'm concerned. And I think Orange Cassidy is going to be like the Santino Marella of the dude would, he's in his and then hands in his pockets, just standing there. And if that's going to be his entrance, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like his entrance is the light's going to go out, they're going to come back on, and he's just standing in the middle of the ring, just. I'm here, who am I fighting, or whatever. And the best part was, and then he does a suicide dive to all the little gremlins of the Dark Order.
Yeah.
His hands never leave his pockets. But it seems like he's gonna, he kind of aligned with Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta, the best friends there. So that might be a little interesting trio with the Chuck Taylor, Trent Beretta, and Orange Cassidy.
And I've liked the way they've booked him so far. Look, I'm not a fan if he is going to have one-on-one matches.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Orange
want
Cassidy?
Yeah, I don't want to see that. But him in
It depends on who he's fighting.
a battle royale and had that little comedy segment that he had with Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. And then, of course, that dive was outstanding. I even popped for that, even though I'm not that big of a fan of Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, and neither is our boy Ryan Bowman. He's not a
No,
fan.
not at all.
I've been listening. We mentioned Jim Cornette a couple of times. I've been listening to a lot of Jim Cornette lately for some reason because I find him hilarious.
But, he hates Santino Marella, too.
I don't agree with a lot of things he says, but just the way he goes about saying some of these things, I think it's hilarious, and it has me dying laughing, although I do not agree with, he doesn't like Orange Cassidy. I do. I disagree with him there, but boy, when he talks about Orange, I think it's just the fire and passion when he talks about, the people he doesn't like. It's just hilarious. But I thought that the suicide dive, and like I said, he once he gets through the ropes, he just kind of lets his body just fall onto all the gremlins, and I thought it was funny. So Orange Cassidy makes his official. Well, he's officially with All Elite Wrestling now. So we'll see how they use him going forward. When they go to TNT in a month.
So what'd you think about the win from the Dark Order? You think that was the right choice?
I expected them to win because all they get is a first round bye in the AEW World Tag Team Championship tournament. They don't you don't really win nothing. It's not like they're crowning them champions right now. So I'm okay with the win.
Yeah, they definitely had a better match than their last pay-per-view. Evil Uno was a lot better, and that Stu Grayson dude is just a freaking animal.
Yeah, they're and Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta both they're both great too.
Yeah.
Although Trent Beretta is way more jacked than Chuck Taylor is.
But Chuck Taylor, that's one other thing I wanted to point out too. That guy's extremely athletic to be such a jelly body.
Yeah, he's kind of like a. I don't want to compare him to Kevin Owens, but Kevin Owens doesn't look like he's very athletic, but he's more athletic than he looks.
Right.
Same thing with Chuck Taylor.
Yeah.
So the next match, Riho defeated Hikaru Shida. I didn't even watch that match. So,
I lasted 2 minutes before I fast-forwarded it.
I saw next match, Riho, Hikaru Shida, fast-forwarded. So, but the next match, Cody and Shawn Spears, that was fun. That was a fun match. Up until this point, best thing that happened all night. Well, Pac and Kenny Omega was really good, but Cody with MJF in his corner.
Cody right out the gate. The bell didn't even ring yet, and he was all up on him.
Yeah, Cody comes out with his little entourage, Brandy. I don't know why they brought the dog out. I thought that was stupid, but because the dog wanted no part, because the pyro was going off. Why do you have to bring your dog everywhere? Well, we understand people love dogs, and we get it, but leave the damn dog at home.
Yeah, but you know what? On Twitter, if you follow Cody, his fans are all about Pharaoh.
I understand that, and it's cool. And Pharaoh, is it a girl dog, boy dog?
I would imagine it's a boy.
I think it's a boy dog. But anyway, Pharaoh gets some airtime, I'm sure, on the road to All Out or whatever the case may be, and on Being the Elite probably gets airtime too. But we don't need the damn dog coming down to the ring because they're like having to drag the damn dog down to the ring because the dog doesn't want to go down there.
Well, maybe there was a possibility of the dog being at his corner.
That would have been stupid. That would have been stupid. I would have loved to see that happen just to hear Jim Cornette's reaction to that. What
Wait, I need to say it.
Go
wow.
ahead. Go ahead.
Just wow.
Just wow. Okay, that's it. That's all you have to
all
say.
right.
So, but still, DDP, and then why were they wearing Star Trek outfits? What was this? I didn't get the significance behind that. Maybe I missed something.
That was his get-up. Kind of like how all the rest of them have been dressing like video game characters.
Well, they were at a video game convention. I understood that, but the fact that because the Elite, the Bucks and Omega, even though I wasn't crazy about the whole Hadouken thing they did in the ring, that was stupid. But I can understand them dressing up as Street Fighter characters. It was a gaming convention. I understand that, but
they did that all the time in New Japan too.
Kenny
Omega did.
Well, Kenny did his entrances, but when he wrestled, his wrestling attire was not as they did the whole thing. Like he wrote the symbol on his back, got his hair, he did the whole thing. But back to the dog. The dog should have not. You know, I understand you brought DDP down there with you. That's cool. I'm cool with that. You brought Brandy down with your wife. I understand that. MJF, who ended up being in his corner, understand that. Which MJF is the behind Jericho the most pure heel in New Japan, All Elite. And
Come on, man.
you sit over there and you hush your mouth over there. But yeah, but like, and I thought. You know, going throughout the match, I was like, I think MJF's going to turn on Cody here, like
because he kept messing up the match, like
getting
the ref's attention when he shouldn't have.
Yeah, but after the match, when Cody, Cody defeated Shawn Spears, Orn Anderson came down, gave a spine buster to Shawn Spears. Orn Anderson still the best textbook spine buster in the game. But then what kind of threw me off a little bit, Orn Anderson came down, spine bustered Shawn Spears.
Surprised he didn't rip his pants as tight as they were.
Well, he spine busted Shawn Spears, and then he goes to the back, and then Tully Blanchard's like, I guess I should go to the back too now.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
He just kind of walked to the back like,
yeah, I didn't get
like,
it.
What? Like, okay, well, all right, whatever, Tully, see you later,
Yeah. The match isn't over yet.
Well, maybe that was a one-off for Tully. He's like, well, I showed up, got my money, peace out, y'all,
Yeah.
But I don't know. I thought that was weird that he just randomly went to the back and he kept looking back. I was like, dude, wait, this looks awkward as hell.
Yeah.
But Cody ended up winning the match, and I thought it was a great match. I thought it was a really good match. It was a lot of excitement. You had MJF, Tully Blanchard at ringside. You had Orn Anderson came down, gave the spine buster and whatnot. So all in all, I thought the match was great. The dog coming down was stupid. I thought Tully Blanchard randomly going back was kind of weird.
Brandy coming down was amazing.
Yeah, Brandy always looks amazing. So, but it was a great match. Cody wins, and Cody is actually going to be fighting for the AEW World Title at their next pay-per-view in November the 9th. So,
Full Gear.
Yeah, Full Gear, that's what it's called. I couldn't remember.
But like you were saying with MJF, I was like, oh, here we go. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah, after the match, Cody's celebrating, and MJF grabs the chair like he's about to hit Cody with it. I'm like, oh, crap, here it comes. And then like, MJF looks at the chair, like he just shakes his head, throws it back down, and then celebrates with Cody.
I didn't get it.
Yeah, I was like, maybe they just want to tease a heel. Well, that's the thing. Like, it wouldn't have even been a heel turn because he's already a heel.
Right. Like, that almost...
Like, if anything, he should have whopped him over the head.
Yeah, that almost made as much sense as Tully walking out.
Unless Cody's supposed to be a heel, I don't know. Like, that's the thing. There's a lot of things just they're not making sense,
Yeah.
So,
He was like hesitating.
well, he picked up the chair and like it looked like he wanted to hit Cody, but Cody's back was turned, and then Cody turns around, and then MJF's like, "Nah, I'm good." Like he throws it back down.
That'd have been the perfect time to whack him, and then Tully, Shawn Spears, MJF. That's a pretty strong stable.
Yeah, you're right. It is.
You add one more person down the line.
Yeah, that would. But Cody, but that's the thing. Like MJF and Shawn, they're not.
Or maybe that's what they wanted you to think.
Well, that's because they've been beefing since day one at Double or Nothing. The men's battle royale. They've been they had that interaction there that I love. So I would love to see those two fight somewhere down the line. I think that would be a good little feud there. But they're both considered heels as far as I'm concerned. So that'd be kind of interesting there. Maybe they were. I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to do with MJF now. I feel like they want to maybe try to turn him face. But that's the thing in AEW. Like they don't have faces or heels, right? They don't have like MJF's a true heel, Jericho's a true heel, but everybody else is just kind of whatever,
Yeah.
So I don't know, but anyway, Cody wins. No surprise. I thought Cody was going to win, but and he's going to be in line now for an AEW World Title shot. As we move on to the next match, Lucha Brothers defeated the Young Bucks. Thank God the Young Bucks finally lost a damn match in AEW. It was a great match. I thought, these two teams, I mean, they always put on great matches. And it was the ladder match had some great spots, back and forth. The bad thing about this match was it was so the crowd was so into it that I think the crowd was just kind of dead for the AEW World Title match. Jericho defeated Adam Page for the AEW World Title. And I don't know, it was just... To me, it was kind of lackluster, the ending.
Yeah.
Jericho wins, he's celebrating, and that's it. It's like, thought maybe someone would come out, confront Jericho next, but it
pretty much got out of there.
Yeah, and it was, I don't know, it was just to me, I don't know about you, but I thought it was just kind of, he won, and then boom, it was.
Yeah.
Like,
Jericho wins. All right, time to go.
Yeah, I don't know, it was just, I expected a little bit more out of that. Okay, I've been, I need to.
Yeah, you could have had a big new debut there.
Yeah, I need to catch up with what Marcus Talbert's been saying in the chat. Orange Cassidy running. I don't know what he's referring to there. If you watch his matches on the tube, when he goes, he can go. He can go. That's the thing. I think he can go. It's just his gimmick is to just kind of,
not go.
Yeah, to half, half it, and but he says when you watch his matches on the tube. When he goes, he can go. Orange and MJF, my two favorites right now, according to Marcus Talbert. He also says that was a good match, a lot of pops. And the ending of the match, that was my favorite, especially Double A. Yeah, so he's talking about the Cody Shawn Spears match. The Cody Shawn Spears match. Hey, look, Cody had a 5-star match with Dustin. Excuse me. And they had a great tag team match against the Young Bucks. At It was Fight for the Fallen. They had a great match there. And he had a good match with Darby Allin. So Cody's been putting on some good matches. And I know I've been hating on Cody, and that's a good thing. He didn't take any shots at WWE during the there was no shots at WWE during the show, at least not that I remember. So that's
I think
good.
a huge shot was having Arn Anderson come in there.
No, I'm not going to say that was a huge shot at WWE. They didn't, because there's, like the sledgehammer to the throne, which obviously had Triple H's symbol on it. That was that was like, okay, why'd you do that? Like,
but they're getting some of their biggest legends to show up. Bret
and,
Hart.
And then Cody, at the end of the show didn't say, this is a revolution. You can't counter, whatever. And so he didn't do none of that, thank goodness. So, he came out, had a good match, told a great story, won the match, and that was it. Good. Perfect. That's what you need to do. Focus on that, and you're going to be fine. And Cody so far has put on some great matches in AEW. I will give him props for that. But
most definitely.
But keep WWE out of your mouth and out of your mind, and worry about your product. And that's what they did it all out. And I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I have no complaints about that. So, but then Jericho defeats Adam Page, obviously, to win the first ever to become the first ever AEW World Champion. A lot of memes have come out because he was talking. He was back. Did you see the backstage segment
most
where he starts roasting everybody and talking about the bubbly and dude, so many memes have come up from that. And then, of course, one of the big storylines after AEW was the AEW title got stolen. I don't know how it got stolen or what happened to it. It disappeared, but it ended up being found by, I think, the Tallahassee Police Department. How it ended up in Tallahassee from Chicago, I don't know. But
probably what happened was, because I think they said the bags got switched somehow.
Maybe it was
at the airport.
I don't know. Maybe they were trying to go back to Jacksonville, and I don't know, because I think that's where their home base is, Jacksonville. But
maybe what happened was once the person opened up their bag when they were in Tallahassee, they were like, what is this monstrosity of a belt? There's no way I'm keeping this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm turning this in.
Yeah.
This thing's ugly.
Yeah. But Corey Graves did take a shot on Chris and SmackDown about losing his title. Yeah, but that's I did see that, and I don't think he mentioned Chris Jericho by name or anything like that. But he did take a subtle shot at Chris for losing the belt, which is that's okay.
I would love to see Chris Jericho beat Corey Graves up at a party.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be
a great viral video.
That would be great. So. But Jericho got it back now. He and they might turn into a storyline. I don't know. That would be a smart idea to turn into a storyline, like who stole the title belt.
Yeah, but who did actually lose their title for good? Lions Pride Sports in College Station, Texas.
Oh yeah, who lost the belt?
No, it was like
the company lost.
Yeah, it was a few months ago. The champ was eating at a Denny's, and when him and the promoter went back to their vehicle, they're like, yeah, that window's missing. And the bag with the belt in it was gone. And they had a beautiful, they have a beautiful belt now, but their first belt was absolutely beautiful. And then they never got it back.
All right, we've been talking
Just
about
goes
this.
to show you how ugly that thing is and how nobody wants to keep it.
I'll tell you what, we've been talking about All Out for approximately, we're about 49 minutes into the podcast here. So
well worth it. It was a great pay-per-view.
Yeah, I thought it was a great pay-per-view. I enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to AEW on TNT.
Yes.
The road to AEW on TNT. I think the first episode's out on YouTube. I'm going to probably go watch that tonight. Looking forward to, was it Full Gear?
Full Gear.
Is what it's called, November the 9th, which the same night that LSU plays Alabama, and I'm damn sure going to be watching that over Full Gear.
You can always go back and watch it.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it the next day on Sunday because I could care less about pro football. I just like college football. But let me quickly go over, and we're not gonna really have time to talk about Cardiff or Royal Quest, but I'll quickly go over the results of both of those shows. So here we go. Noam Dar defeated Travis Banks. Cesaro defeated Aja Dragunov, I guess. Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster defeated Zach Gibson and James Drake and also Mark Coffey and Wolfgang. And then Joe Coffey defeated Dave Mastiff. Kaylee Ray defeated Tony Storm to become the new NXT UK Women's Champion. And, of course, Mark Andrews, Flash Morgan Webster, new NXT UK Tag Team Champions as well. Walter defeated Tyler Bate in what was a 42-minute match. I heard that match was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch NXT TakeOver UK Cardiff yet, but I heard that match was great. 42 minutes, Walter and Tyler Bate.
The big man can go.
Yeah, they can both go. And then, of course, New Japan Royal Quest was earlier that day as well. Rocky Romero defeated Ren Narita, Shota Umino, and Ryusuke Taguchi. Kota Ibushi and Juice Robinson defeated Hikuleo and Yujiro Takahashi. Will Ospreay and Robbie Eagles defeated Taiji Ishimori and El Phantasmo. Sanada and Tetsuya Naito defeated Chase Owens and Jay White. Tangaloa Tamatanga, they retain their IWGP Tag Team Championship against Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis. They were the winners of the RPW's Road to Royal Quest tournament. The Never Openweight Championship, Kenta defeated Tomohiro Ishii to become the new Never Openweight Champion. So Kenta, man, ever since he's come on to New Japan, he had a pretty good G1. He went to the Bullet Club, and now he's the Never Openweight Champion. So Kenta, man, they're liking Kenta in New Japan right now.
New Japan getting a lot of heat for letting him wrestle a match when he was obviously concussed.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised more people don't get concussed in New Japan with the way they wrestle. They're very, very physical in New Japan.
Strong style.
Hiroshi Tanahashi is the new British heavyweight champion. He defeated Zack Sabre Jr.
Wow, I didn't see that coming. Not on British soil.
Yeah, I didn't really see that coming either. But and then Kazuchika Okada, he retains his IWGP Heavyweight Championship against Minoru Suzuki. So that was a great match. Yeah, 33-minute match there. Of course, Okada wins by hitting Suzuki with the Rainmaker. So, let's see. What else we're going to talk about here now real quickly.
I tell you what. AEW needs to sign GOD and then take Jacob Fatu away from MLW. And
make a little stable there?
Yeah. Have a little Samoan stable.
Yep, and I forgot to put up the New Japan Royal Quest graphic. There it is. All right, and now let's go back to the Average Marks logo here. So, yeah.
How much we got left?
Let's see. According to the clock that I have,
because I think there's some cheap heat we can talk about.
Well, we still want to. We could talk about the heel turn on Monday.
Oh yes, that's right.
We got we're about at 52 minutes in right now.
Okay.
So, or actually 53 minutes. So Monday night Raw. Of course, Sasha Banks came back. She turned heel. And she's been feuding with Becky Lynch. Well, Bayley's kind of been in the middle of it, and Bayley has talked about how Sasha's still her friend, this and that. Well, Bayley decided to. Well, I guess you could say it was a heel turn attempt on Monday Night Raw because Bayley starts beating up Becky with the chair as Raw goes off the air, and then Bayley comes out on SmackDown Tuesday to try to. Now, this is the thing about when Bayley comes out. If you've seen that segment where Bayley comes out and I guess tries to explain herself, the fans they're cheering for Bayley, and then but as Bayley starts talking, I hear boo, and so it's like y'all cheer her, and 5 minutes later y'all boo her. Like I don't get it.
Yeah,
I know the fans are going back and forth with Bayley, but I'm cool with the Bayley heel turn. I think it's overdue. I think she's been. I thought she turned heel a long time ago, honestly. And even though it was a somewhat of a light heel turn, I noticed like her attire kind of went black for the most part, and I was like, man, is this like a subtle heel turn on Bayley? They just didn't really make it obvious, but now they try to make it obvious. So now Bayley and Sasha are kind of in cahoots again.
Call me old fashioned. But how are you going to book a heel turn when you heel turn on a heel?
Well, Becky's not a heel. She turned on Becky.
Yeah, I know.
But Becky's not a heel.
I don't know. The man gimmick's pretty heelish.
It is, and I think it was supposed to be heelish, but when she turned on Charlotte last year at SummerSlam, everybody just cheered her and got.
But that's the WWE universe. They love heels.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. They just, I think the WWE universe, they like things that go against the grain, so to speak.
Yes.
Things that
go against the authority.
Things that, well, not necessarily go against the authority, but, you know, because nowadays WWE has somewhat become predictable. That something that happens that was unpredictable, fans go crazy for it because, like, oh, we didn't see that coming. Like, no, like I think a lot of people popped when Bayley turned heel because nobody saw that coming.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it coming, that's for sure. And I was like, whoa, she's turning heel. Like, I was kind of shocked. And I think nowadays the WWE fans like the things that give you that shock factor.
Yeah, and I guess the only way you can go over in WWE is if you go heel.
I think so. So so Bayley turns heel, and we'll see how how that turns out. But let's see, we got one more thing we're gonna talk about here, and that is next week it'll be our Clash of Champions preview show. Let me see if I can pull up the card here real quick, just to quickly go over what they have so far for Clash of Champions. If it decides to load here any day now. All right. So far there's 10 matches. The first one will be the King of the Ring Finals. We don't know who it's going to be yet. Triple threat match on Monday Night Raw. It's going to be Samoa Joe, Ricochet, and Baron Corbin. And then,
God.
Hey, you may not like what a lot of people think is going to happen with the King of the Ring tournament, but a lot of people think Corbin may win it. And then on the other side, it's going to be Elias and who's the other one? Can't remember.
So dumb
off the top of my head. But let me see real quick. No, it ain't Drew McIntyre. Let me see. Oh, it's going to be Chad Gable. Elias and Chad Gable on the other side, and then Samoa Joe, Ricochet, and Baron Corbin. So those are the 5 guys right now that could be crowned King of the Ring. Bayley's going to be taking on Charlotte Flair. This is what I noticed. This might be the first time ever this happens. The 4 horsewomen, original horsewomen, all 4 are going to be facing each other in 2 separate championship matches. Bayley and Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's title, and Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's title. So that's interesting there. Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman are going to defend their Raw Tag Team titles against Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, happy birthday, Braun.
Yeah, happy birthday to Braun Strowman. He's on vacation right now. He took a picture with some hottie on Instagram, lifting her up, holding her above his head. But Seth Rollins will then defend his Universal title against Braun Strowman. Kofi Kingston defends the WWE title against Randy Orton. Drew Gulak defends the Cruiserweight title against Humberto Carrillo and Lince Dorado. The New Day will defend their SmackDown Tag Team titles against The Revival. Shinsuke Nakamura will defend the Intercontinental title against The Miz. And Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan, one-on-one. So, because apparently Eric Rowan was the one that has been attacking Roman Reigns there. So, but yeah, Clash of Champions show will be next week. I expect it to be, I don't think we're going to do it on Thursday next week. So I don't have anything on Thursday that'll keep us from doing the show on Thursday. So, but yeah, that's I think that's pretty much all we got. I know we do the Bang Taste Test, so folks, anybody, let us know if you want to, what flavors you want us to try. What flavors have we tried so far? Do you remember off the top of your head?
It's listed on our Facebook page. You can go vote right now, facebook.com/TheAverageMarks. The one in the lead so far is Bankster Berry.
Bankster Berry, yeah, interesting name there, old Bankster Berry. So. Yep. Well, with that being said, we're getting ready to run out of time here. So, Mike, go ahead and take us home, man.
All right, follow us on social media. Wherever you are, we are there too. Just search The Average Marks, Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, Twitch. It's all there. Patrick, I think you know what to do.
Outro.
You've been listening to the Average Marks Pro Wrestling Podcast with Michael Leander and Patrick Fry. All opinions discussed in the show are those of the Average Marks and do not represent any wrestling company, organization, or individual. For more information on the show, follow us on Twitter and iTunes. AMP is a proud member of the Roar Network, powered by thegorillaposition.com.